Facebook, good old Facebook. I did something I don't normally do on Facebook, and I entered into a debate. I do that sometimes on Instagram, but not Facebook. My dad, who I'm friends with on Facebook, commented on a post about immigration, and immigration is a hot button topic right now. And I saw a comment on there, this comment actually right here. This guy was saying, where did Joseph and his family immigrate from? Or how did that make them immigrants? And it completely misses the point because the other side that argues that Jesus was an immigrant uh, is not referring to Joseph going to his hometown, or at least if they know the Bible, they wouldn't be referring to that, but rather they'd be referring to this. And this is what I commented back. I wish I didn't know, but Matthew 2:13-15, it says, after the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Get up, flee to Egypt with the child and his mother. The angel said, stay there until I tell you to return, because Herod is going to search for the child to kill him. That night Joseph left for Egypt with the child and Mary, his mother, and they stayed there until Herod's death. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet. I called my son out of Egypt. And so I commented that, and the purpose was like to get the to get the commenter to realize this is the argument here that you have to come up against. And that's all I really wanted to do, and just leave it at that. I shouldn't even done that. But then the guy comments, this what's the difference between an immigrant and a refugee? And that's why I'm kind of making this video, because that's a pointless, like if you're trying to argue something, that is a pointless thing to argue. A refugee is an immigrant, but not all immigrants are refugees. And it seems like he's trying to say that Jesus was a refugee and not an immigrant, but that's not the case, because refugees are immigrants. And the point here is, if you're trying to make this argument for Jesus being a refugee and immigrant, uh, and you're trying to argue the keeping up of borders, and what you should be doing, and why am I even making this video? I guess for content, I don't know. But what you should be doing, what point you should be arguing from, is that Jesus and his family, even though they went to Egypt and immigrated there and were refugees there, whatever, they didn't do it illegally, because there were no immigration laws in Egypt back then like there are in the United States today. So Jesus did not become an illegal immigrant. And usually that pairs with the argument of, Romans 13, you're supposed to follow the laws of the land type of thing. And so you got the one side, usually the conservative side, that argues from that immigrants need to follow the laws of the land, and the other side referencing a passage in the Old Testament saying that we're supposed to take care of the foreigners among us. And this is a very hot topic issue right now. We have a bunch of ICE protests going on. We have people protesting ICE that are getting shot. Uh, whether you think that that's on them or not, you know, all of this is, again, a hot topic to be talking about right now. I guess in my thoughts, looking at scripture, it seems like a lot of things nowadays when it comes to political stuff, people are on each end of the spectrum, and usually the answer is somewhere in the middle. And I think that's the case for this as well. Um, yeah. I'm making this video because I wish I didn't comment that now. I think I'm not even going to respond to the guy. I don't know. I'm just done with it. But anyways,